inspect the bearing. Now we're going to take this off. Alright, get the last one out. There's 4 of them in there. In case you don't have them, get that 4th one out of there. Alright, be careful. You're going to have to take this switch off. See the switch? Oh, sorry. Well, anyway, we're going to take this. Now, you're just going to have to know what switch I'm talking about. I'll show it to you. Take this out. 2 5/16. Now be careful because stuff's gonna want to start going everywhere. Try to keep that all together. That's very necessary for your column to lock. I have seen these dried. Make damn sure it looks good and replace it if it's dried out and rusty. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna re-grease this, try to repack it a little bit better. It's already got grease in it. It feels fine. It feels good. Can't really get into all this stuff because like I said, inspect it, because check this out, oil this, all these components, grease here, oil all these components, clean that off. If you can't clean it off, at least spray it with some contact cleaner. Alright, keep this together. Alright, now we're going to go on the other side of the column. We're going to go over the rag joint, show you what it should look like. You're going to need a 7/16 12-point socket in case yours is still in the car. Take that out. You have to take it out before you pull it out of the car. Ooh, great. Notice they have a 3/8 fine thread and a 5/16 fine thread. Inspect this contact, or whatever that is. Make damn sure, take a continuity test or whatever you need to do to verify that, because this is going to take your power and ground it back to your car, back to your battery. So if this doesn't work, you're going to have all kinds of problems. I think only in the horn. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know for a fact, so I'm not going to talk about it. I wire brushed this off already. Sprayed it with this contact cleaner, or whatever the hell this is. Just clean that up, make it look like that. And then what I did here was we're going to take all this off, but I already had it off, and I put it on my bench grinder and cleaned them off, because this is going to contact that, so you need to make damn sure that it's clean, because this whole thing looked like that. So I'm making no damn contact. That's why nothing works in these old cars. It ain't because the old car's a piece of shit. It's because corrosion and rust take place. It's for this. Keep all the stuff together. Don't lose it. I've already restored the threads on all these. Makes it thread like new. $50. You can get a cheaper kit if you don't need all of them. I went ahead and bought them all. There you go. Alright, like I said, clean that off. Now we're gonna do the middle part. This right here, we're gonna do show you what's going on. I've seen people disconnect this, try and take the column out of the car. I'm telling you, you don't do that. You're pulling the column out of the car, drop it with the 2 bolts, take the 5 bolts out of the firewall, undo that rag joint, and just pull the whole damn thing out at once. Don't start taking this shit off in the car, because you're gonna get confused. You can do whatever you want, but I'm just telling you, I don't. Try to get the column complete here, so you have all your parts here and you know what's going on. This is 11/16. I've already taken it off. It goes on there one way, so be very damn careful when you're putting this back on, because it'll trick you. This bolt should be very easy to go back in there. Take this off. It slides out. I was trying to take the whole shaft with it, so hold it. Oh, man, you have to tap it out. Right? Make sure you got the bolts completely out of there. Separate it from the shaft. Alright. We're going to go back and clean all this up later. Now this part. This is where your adjustment's going to be found. So you're going to have, make sure you have that. So whenever you undo this from the steering box in a car, you're not going to try to knock this in. You want to be able to push this in. So it's going to be like that on the car. Undo the rag joint, push it in right there, and that'll allow you to unhook it. All right. Inspect all that. Keep all this together. Alright, now we're going to go over this piece. Alright, so for this piece, you're gonna take it apart. You're gonna take it apart, you're gonna pull this seal out, because you want to inspect inside here and make sure it's greased. I'm gonna go ahead and work this clip out. That's how that comes out. And once you get that clip out, just kind of pull it apart. Get that seal out of the way. I'm pretty sure they sell that seal somewhere. Just take it apart. See how that looks like it's greased for life? Okay, it's got these little spinning square things. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Just wanted to show you to inspect that, make sure it has grease. Put your clip back in. Alrighty then. Another one of these little clips. this off. It's got a spring and it's gonna, be careful. Spring. Oh, damn it. Oh no, okay. Oh my god. I thought it was rusted. It's just, I'm gonna put this in gas and I'm gonna clean this up. It's a bearing. Oh my god, I thought that was like rusted corrosion. It's just dirt on grease. So, bearing, clip, bearing, clean that, replace if necessary, spring, whatever. Alright, now it's going to have a little plastic. Okay, there. I guess we could take the shaft out. I'll clean all this stuff up, put it back in later. Alright, I had to get another one to look at it. I forgot how they come off, so evidently it's just a tube that needs to be separated from it. Okay, I finally got this off. It was a bitch. I had to take a socket that fit on another one, because you're gonna have to put it on there and hammer this out. So it was stuck. I had to put it on a vise and tap until it knocks that pole out, and then finally it'll come off. The bitch. Alright. Little thrust washer in there. See how it's been riding against that grease? And that's the kind of stuff that we want to look at and make sure it's all there. Okay, so after that we got this thrust washer. Take care of that. You got like a plastic bushing thing. I don't know. But we're gonna take it out. Those pop out and we inspect them. I'm not gonna take it off. It doesn't seem like it wants to take off. So I'm gonna clean it back with gas and then just push it back on. So I'm just gonna show you how to get all this out and what you're looking for. Alright, so it's got some kind of paper plastic seal right here. And it's spongy. Okay, so we're just basically going to clean this with gas and re-grease this for the spring. But we're not really going to mess with all this. We just want to get it apart. And then this is the part I had to hammer off. Just got a little tab right there. Just goes on one way. You can only put it on there one way. See? I had to hammer this in. I couldn't get it off. It was stuck. So I took this socket that was the perfect size, put it on a vise, and that's the way I had to get mine out. So just, you're trying to go this far. Now I'm not going to restore this piece. I'm just going to put it back in there like that. It don't matter, but just, that's what it looks like. If you don't have it or missing pieces, car's a 70 Chevelle. I'm not going to take it off because I don't want to forget the way it goes back on. I'm going to get busy painting these parts, and then we're going to do a part 2 reassembling and everything. So I told you what you needed to clean. I told you, explained to you, you're going to have to clean all this kind of stuff right here. You're going to have to go through all your bearings. There's only 2 bearings. And then we're going to put it back together. Peace.